to CryptoBytes, the podcast where we find today's news and information in the crypto space and break it down into bite-sized chunks. I'm your host, Rick.
And this is Rob, and I think I have my mic on this time.
Yes, I hear you. Rob, you're here.
Guys.
But you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? You gotta smash that like button now. And comment in the chat, say hello, say what's up to you boys.
Subscribe, spread the link. We did put a tweet out, so retweet.
Spread that link.
We are a Cardano stake pool operator, ticker AGC. So please delegate, help out small independent stake pools.
Yeah, and if I'm being real candid with you here, we have a low saturation number, so that means when we mint blocks, you're making lots of rewards. So come on down, stake with AGC.
So this past week in crypto, I mean, I think we've said it here before. Earlier, 1 week in the crypto world is like years in the real world, right? Stuff happens really quick. Or is it the other way around? I forget.
No, you're definitely right.
Right. So we've been speaking about, I guess, vulnerabilities in other chains. Right. The last big hack that occurred that made news was the wormhole attack that drained smart contract. Right. Luckily, they have VCs to backfill that missing or that stolen Ethereum. So I guess there's safety nets when you're a VC-backed chain, but Cardano, it's a lot of independent organizations that are getting together, building those projects from the ground up, basically bootstrapping liquidity. This past week, if you were keep your eyes on the MinSwap DEX, you would have noticed that there was a period of maybe about 3 days where you couldn't swap your coins. Well, it turns out there was a giant exploit that luckily someone within the Cardano community found and brought to the attention of MinSwap. So, as the title that we try to put out say, trust in a trustless system, right? There's a lot of trust that people still need within crypto, but crypto is trying to bill itself as being a trustless system. Well, you don't need trust in the third party or counterparty risk. You can just audit the code and then just trust the code. You don't need to trust anything else. Well, luckily, I would say unfortunately, the code was audited and this exploit wasn't found. So it just shows you how early we are in Haskell for Haskell developers, and how not even on the radar Cardano is on some of these black hacks that do attack Ethereum.
We call them black hats, but that name just sounds really weird. I like to call them brothers that are bored. People that are actually bored out there trying to break into a project. I'll tell you guys in the ADA community, be happy right now that the coin is worth next to nothing, and that these Ethereum maxis are doing everything in their power to talk down on the project, because if the coin were worth even just $1 more than it is right now, things would look very, very different as far as groups coming up out of the woodwork and then helping these projects along with some of the things they're finding. They're definitely going to help them along, but not in the way where they're talking to them. More of they're going to let the ball roll, and they're going to say, yeah, we did this as a show to show you that you guys have a problem. You should fix it. Then that conversation comes with, are you gonna give that back? No, it's finder's fee.
Or the project will plead to the hackers, hey guys, please give us back our liquidity. We'll give you a bounty for bug finding type thing.
But why don't you come work for us? We're looking for someone with your skill,
Right. Well, I mean, as we have shown on screen, Wing Riders was that the third party that did take a look at the code. MinSwap, because I think they were funded through a Catalyst fund, they did promise and they did make their smart contracts public. So Wing Riders took a look at that. They decided not to drain the fund or they took off their black hat and put on their white hat.
No. Gray hat.
Gray hat. They had a gray hat on. They thought about using the exploit live and then refunding that stolen LP or tokens to the rightful owners via a snapshot. But they decided instead to go directly to MintSwap through back channels and tell them, hey, you guys got a giant vulnerability here. It's best to shut things down and to move to a new smart contract. So it turns out that this exploit wasn't found when they submitted their smart contract to an auditor. Just shows you how much experience or lack of experience these auditors have when looking at Haskell code.
Hard. This is new. Like we keep saying all the time, it's not the cryptocurrency that's going to be broken into or hacked.
Right.
It's the smart contract. It's the failability of the human creating the algorithm that you're running this contract off of. The underlying security is there. It's the human creating the contract.
Right, and this exploit wasn't found during the MinSwap testnet. I was on the testnet. I did a few swaps and used their zap function. I don't think that you were able to create liquidity pools at that time. I think they already had established liquidity pools, and if they did, no one brought it up to anyone's attention. Again, it goes to show you that people are still new to Haskell and that the community isn't that well versed in coding or taking a look at some of these vulnerabilities, which I think is a plus. It's a good thing because just a brief overview of the hack. If you created a liquidity pool, you supplied liquidity, you minted LP tokens. How it's supposed to work is that only the LP tokens for that pool, you're able to only pull liquidity from that specific pool. Well, it turns out that if you created an LP, or if you created a pool, you supplied liquidity, you could have drained any pool on MintSwap. So you could have, because it's so easy to create native assets on Cardano, you could have created a bullshit pool with bullshit tokens, creating legitimate LP tokens that you can then swap.
Mm-hmm.
You can drain the ADA Mint pool, the ADA LQ pool, any of the top pools right now that are for yield farming. In fact, any pool in general on MintSwap. So that was the big vulnerability there. The MintSwap team froze, or they shut down their front end. They said there was a giant vulnerability. They, in fact, used that same exploit to drain those pools and then move funds over into a new smart contract. There were some people questioning, is this truly decentralized? How are they able to drain the pools? Well, because they used that exploit themselves.
That's actually really funny.
To save everybody.
You guys can't do that. No. I don't think you guys understand. You want us to be doing that. Literally no one else.
Right. So I think this puts Wing Riders in on the spotlight. People are excited about their platform, right? I think they're backed by IOG or have at least some IOG investment. So I think it goes to show the quality of people that they are, right? Good people, the quality of coders, and for them to see this exploit. So people are actually really bullish now on that DEX. Well, me too. Right? If they would have drained the liquidity and said, hey, we drained this liquidity, but we'll refund you, I would have been questionable about them. But because they did bring this up to MintSwap, I think they're good guys. And again, we did say that this is so low on people's radars that these people that are draining smart contracts or bridges on Ethereum, they didn't even take a look at this. But here's the caveat. Now that this is out there, the potential for the next one is there too. So I think this is going to bring more people into the space and more black hats or gray hats, whatever it would be, malicious people to try to get the next one. Because even as Rick alluded to, some people see ADA as not being that valuable, but we do have growing total value locked on MintSwap to like over 260 million, I think, at the time. So that's still a good amount, a good purse for people to go after.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It is a good purse. But it's like Zimbabwe money was worth nothing. You'd steal from someone walking down the street with a wheelbarrow full of money, not the money, but the wheelbarrow.
I don't think ADA. Well, first off, ADA isn't Zimbabwe money. There's a total cap of how many we printed, and secondly, on that same week that exploit was found, Grayscale came out with a new fund, and they weighted, I think, Cardano at 27% of the total fund, so the number one holding. So institutions are buying, and I think this is why we see the price rise from the mid 80s to I think 120 today. $1.20.
$120 today too.
So we had investors, big institutionals coming into this space. With them again, black
Well,
hacks.
that is going to continue happening. It's like I will say until my lungs are black and blue, Cardano's real, and like it doesn't really change. Like you know what to expect, and you know where this is going. It's all clearly documented. As long as you continue to stay the course, it's going to be built up and turned into whatever it is we're going to be using it for here in the next 5 to 10 years, because that's the whole play. And like the price will fluctuate here and there because everything else around Cardano is changing. Cardano's not. Its fundamentals are still always going to be there. So like, hold.
Right. Yeah. Now, I think this is a good segment to go into our second topic of the night. I mean, along with Cardano isn't going to be hacked; it's going to be the smart contracts. We've been talking about how nations have been trying to regulate crypto for some time now. Over these past few weeks, I've been saying they're going to regulate the on and off ramps, and that eventually you're going to be unable to withdraw crypto to your own personal wallet. It's going to have to be to a registered third-party custodian. Mm-hmm. Well, a Bitcoin archive today, with a big old Coinbase, now requires full names and addresses for recipients when you send Bitcoin off exchange from Canada, Singapore, and Japan.
So does that mean when I'm sending a transaction in Bitcoin, like I have to tell Coinbase the full name of the person I'm sending it to and their Bitcoin address? Or are they looking for their actual physical location address?
That's what the tweet says. It says they want full names and address for the people that you're sending crypto to. Singapore is an interesting country on the list. I mean, Crypto.com is based out of Singapore. I haven't heard this coming out of Crypto.com, and if they are doing it, no one is talking about it. I think people should look into the terms of service of Crypto.com and see if they are in fact asking for names and addresses of recipients of Bitcoin. And it's probably not limited to Bitcoin. It's probably limited to other crypto as well. The top three: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA. Possibly the stable coins as well.
Yeah, the stable coins are their own category.
Right, but the saying is, not your keys, not your crypto. And it's only a matter of time before more countries start adopting similar legislation. So it's good to probably start migrating not off chain, but off exchanges.
Yeah, off exchanges. Use it for what it's for. Use it to exchange. But the moment you can withdraw your funds, put them in a wallet that you control. Store them somewhere that you have control over. It doesn't cost you anything, mostly, to move from your wallet, hopefully a physical wallet, to an exchange to turn them into whatever country's fiat you'd like. But when you're holding, store it somewhere that you have control over.
Right, and I mean, this is alarm bells. I know the EU Parliament, they've been trying to do something like this for a while. They're trying to crack down on anti-money laundering schemes, and they think that people sending Bitcoin to and from each other is money laundering. I mean, it's arguable, right? The number one currency used for money laundering and illegal activities is the U.S. dollar. So, I mean, it's like you got to put a mirror to what these people are saying. And if you do put the mirror to them, they're just point to, oh, that's why we need CBDCs. So people don't do this. So we're
more centralization with decentralized currency. Trust in a trustless system.
Yeah, exactly. These people. I mean, I've been already speaking about it. I'm not the only one that thinks this way. They're going to control the on and off ramps. I think the window is closing for you to take off your crypto off these exchanges, or take your crypto off these exchanges and take self custody of it, because I think the Bitcoin that's out in the wild, right, it's going to be valuable more so than the crypto that is left on exchanges.
Yeah, I don't know. Unregistered crypto, guys.
I don't know how much difference someone will be willing to pay between crypto on an exchange versus crypto off an exchange. And once you go from off the exchange to an exchange, you ain't getting out. It's stuck there.
I kind of liken it to, I wonder how much people are paying for the sperm donors that didn't get the jab. But, whatever. Whatever. How much that really is going to be worth.
Anti-vax sperm, I guess we won't know for a few years. Exactly.
But yeah, guys, that's it. Anti-vax sperm. Bitcoin. Didn't know you'd be seeing those two together and put together in the same sentence.
No, the meme is anti-vax or non-vax sperm is worth as much as Bitcoin. So, do whatever you want with that information. Right. So take self-custody of your crypto. Get yourself a hardware wallet, either a Ledger or Trezor. Those are probably the two best known hardware wallets. Trezor is an open source platform device, so it's probably better than a Ledger that does have their specific information.
But if you do happen to get a Ledger, they're nice. They're very nice. Highly recommend, guys.
Right. I've been recommending Trezor ever since they got compromised, but everyone's getting compromised through a third-party vendor customer information. I haven't heard any information getting leaked from Trezor through their vendors or third parties. So that's
who I haven't heard getting leaked yet? OnlyFans. I trust them a bit more now. My crypto from OnlyFans.
Those videos and pics are getting leaked by the users. All you gotta do is just type.
Maybe they're getting spread a little too much.
The name of the
spread
person.
More than the link, huh? Spread more than the link.
Right. Yeah. Once it's on the internet, man, it's gonna spread. Just like your social security number or home address if it got leaked through any of these hacks over the past few years. But that is where we are today.
Is your CryptoByte.